him on a marquee. She knows him as Daddy, the daddy she hasn't seen in a long time. Bill McGowan met the girl who could have Andre wrestling with his conscience.
Andre the Giant, the most recognizable pro wrestler in the world. Over the last 12 years, this 7-foot, 500-pound mountain of a man has been successfully slamming his opponents. But the daughter he hardly knows says he's been squeezing the love out of her heart.
He's like kind of a stranger in a way. It's like I met him like a couple of times, and I know I'll meet him again, at least, and it'll just be like a relationship that doesn't really grow that much.
He's missing out on a wonderful child. You know, he has built his entire career around how much he loves children.
Jean Christensen is Robin's mother. She thinks that the way the larger-than-life wrestler has treated their daughter is nothing short of disgraceful.
He has seen her once as an infant. He saw her when she was about 18 months old. He saw her again when she was 4. And he saw her again in November of '91 for 5 minutes.
It's just kind of like, oh, he's my dad, you know. We have like a relationship that, you know, it's like he's my dad, but he isn't, you know. Like he's really never there.
Jean met Andre back in 1974 while doing public relations for wrestling.
There was no spark there. Believe it or not, it was like, oh, he was really surprised to be given something and not have somebody ask something in return. It was just somebody I'd run into. And, you know, eventually, yes, there was that nod, nod, winky, winky thing going on, you know, and it was really nice. I'm a tall person, and putting on my high heels, it makes me about 6'3", and it was the first man I had met that I could wear my highest heels around and still look way up at.
Jean and Andre might have only gone one round, but Jean was in for a big surprise.
And then I found out I was pregnant. I was told prior to this happening that he was sterile.
It took some legal wrestling in court to drag the quarter-ton champ to a doctor for the all-important blood test.
At first he didn't believe that I was his daughter because, you know, it's like, I don't know what was going through his mind then, but then, you know, he found out they got a blood test, and I think we had the same blood type or something.
After years of asking for child support, Jean and her daughter received an award of $750 a month from a man who was worth millions. And just last fall, it was up to $1,000 a month.
You know, it isn't courts and legal systems, it's the people that he set up around himself, the people that lead him by the nose. They're only out for their own what they can get, and they really don't care about this child, and they really don't care about his personal life or his feelings.
After all that 12-year-old Robin has been through, she has managed to keep a little girl charm about her famous father.
When my friends find out, you know, they're like, no, and I bring a picture, and they see it, and they're like, oh, cool, and everything. And
but sadly, the bad outweighs the good.
if you're like around, you know, and there's a lot of people with fathers there, and sometimes you wish you had one. If I tell my kids, you know, who my father is, and they're like, don't believe me, I can pull out all these old pictures and cards and everything like that, it'll probably be a lot easier that way.
Andre was unavailable for comment. We'll be right back with the